Whoa. Welcome to the new Rush Hour broadcast in 1080p 60, the highest resolution
known to
of
man.
any Rocket League stream out there. You're one of the lucky few individuals waiting in chat. Zach M10 and Max15 Dilly Dally 21. Are you ready for this show? I don't know if you are. I don't know if you can handle it. But things are about to get spicy.
All right, Dr. Disrespect.
Dog Dude 84. Omar. Just in time. You guys are just in time. Time to get that Gold Rush tweet out. Subin, are you on the mic?
Yeah, I think so.
Subin's on the mic.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can the stream hear you? Should I tweet from Rush Hour? I think I should.
Yeah.
All right, I'm working on it right now. This is going to be a good episode. I don't want to update my email.
Where do you get this music?
Get it on YouTube, royalty free.
Really?
Yes. I'm tweeting, entertain.
I don't even have chat up. Oh,
Dude,
my
come
gosh.
on.
I'm slacking.
I know.
I didn't charge my phone.
Try harder. Moopy just called me, interrupting the tweet. Hello?
Are you serious?
You're outside? Okay, I'll come get you. Bye.
All right, chat. It's just you and me now. And I don't even know what you're saying. Oof. All right, I can see you guys. What's up? What the hell? Trying to make it only the text. What's up, guys? It's going pretty good. Oh, what? My phone isn't even showing the right thing. Oh my gosh. Stupid army ads. Metza was not the problem. XD. Oh my gosh, dude. That is... It's getting more and more true as time goes on. So good. Wow. Totinos are ready. Oh my god, you got an essay due in 2 hours. What is it? It's like 50 words long. I don't know how you're going to do it. Nom nom nom. Nam nam nam. Will you guys be talking about possible roster changes? I hope so. I hope so. I haven't really put much thought into it myself, but it'd be interesting to dig into that for sure. Really long sentence using only Rocket League terms. I don't know about that one. Rocket League players don't know how to string together long sentences. They've got banger, yikes, clanger, and that's about it. That's probably the longest sentence that a Rocket League player can do. 7:30 to 7:30 PST to EST would be 10:30. Oh, man. Are y'all adding noobs, aka me, to the roster? I thought that was like a given, right? Man, it has been too long since we've gotten one of these streams together. I've actually been thinking about it like in class and during my finals, like, oh my gosh. I get to talk about Rocket League. Does anybody in chat ever feel like whenever you daydream, it's literally just Rocket League and like shit you can do in the game? Because when the game first came out, that's definitely all I ever thought about in class. It actually got in the way of life in general. I guess that's called an addiction? And then once RLCS came out, oh my god. Cling, clang, banger, danger, flopper, doinker, dink. Doinker. Oh, who's going to be on Rush Hour tonight? It's going to be me, Moopy James. Or subbing Moopy James. What's taking so long? The pizza's here, but where is Moopy? Oh. No, I'm good. Huh? Wait, what? Oh, I can't hear you, actually. Yeah, we're live. Oh, wait, I don't actually think that they can see it. Yeah, they just see that. Yeah. Yeah, they can, well, they can hear me. Well, I don't think we actually need anybody to do that, because James can control it from his computer now. Yeah. Red Bull sponsorship?
So I had to basically change the whole setup, and I have to get this tweet out. I have to get this damn tweet out for.
Dude, I can't even hear you. I can't even hear you.
Flustered.
Is that new?
What?
Put the headset on, Moopy.
No, it's just I can't.
What are you saying?
The music is really loud.
The music's really loud for you?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's why I can't hear Moopy talking.
You can turn. You have little knobs right there. Okay,
no,
hold on.
It's fine
All
to
right,
me. I don't want to hear Moopy.
Dapper's in the chat. All right.
Papa
We're live
Gibbs. What?
So where's my pizza?
Your pizza.
Donkey meme. All right. Sit the fuck down. Dude. That's a pizza, man?
Dude, what's up? How's it been?
I'm done.
What?
I'm done with fucking Domino's, dude.
Oh. I feel like that's a story worth telling.
Dude, yeah, tell the story.
All right. I want to fucking eat.
Yeah,
Hold
no,
on.
let
me grab
Okay,
a bite
well,
first.
yeah.
I'll wait till a little more people get in here too.
I'm
Nice.
formulating
What do you mean?
the
There's
I'm
Dapper.
formulating
What else
the
do you need?
tweet.
You know what the worst part is? James got sausage. I'm just kidding.
What? What's wrong with that? I
Nothing-
ordered literally
no.
the exact same
It's
thing as
just-
last time.
You didn't get sausage last time.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did. Yeah, you did.
Not on the
Defi-
jalapeno one.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
You're tripping. I wouldn't have eaten it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like sausage
You
on my
don't
pizza.
like sausage?
On my pizza.
That's kind of messed up.
That's okay though. I'll eat it for you,
That-
baby.
That's really weird, dude, because he definitely
it's
got
not.
it last time.
He didn't. I promise you. In fact, I remember
promise?
he wanted to get it with sausage, and I was like, "Nah, dude, get it without sausage."
Oh,
Get the,
you weren't
I
here.
think
You
you
weren't
gotta.
here.
That's why. There you go.
Yeah.
The first time, the first time we did it here, we had no sausage on the jalapeno.
Right.
It's okay
right.
though.
Maybe I didn't.
I could pick it out if I really want to. I'll eat it. But
What's
I
it
could-
like living like a picky person?
This isn't mine.
I really hope I
You know.
spelled everything right on this tweet. I honestly didn't. I didn't proofread
Who
it at
cares?
all.
Who cares?
I just
man?
sent it out. It's my 11 months.
Well,
Yeah,
matters is
James
we're
looks
here.
like he loves sausage. You're damn right I love sausage. I'm a sausage
Is that
fiend.
ability?
Like, I'm a sausage.
daddy right
I
there.
love sausage, man. Like
Oh,
that
it daps
Italian.
here. Oh yes. I told Dap to slide
Again.
today. Hopefully he comes.
Again with the pineapple on pizza question. What?
All right.
Guys, get more creative, please.
Yeah, honestly, I already talked about this before
it's a
too.
done deal.
Like, here, look, I'll pick that. Look at that whole piece doesn't have any sausage on it. I picked it off for you.
And then he takes it onto his plate.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, right? You think I'm gonna throw perfectly good sausage away?
No.
Fuck no. Excuse me.
All right, guys. Now's your chance to ask us questions before we get started with the
ask us
actual
a real
stuff.
question, like not pineapple.
Yeah, it gets a real question.
I can't even be mad about the story.
Like, who's the MVP in Europe, and why is it Pesci?
No. I want better questions than that.
I hate you so much.
Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, like deep questions. All right. All right, we'll let people join us on the pizza party. Plus, I want to.
Ooh, Fruity's here.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see what kind of.
Rudy, did you like the good luck I gave you for RLCS?
Look at that. Now
Did-
everyone
did
can
it
kind of
help?
join us in the pizza.
What's that?
I fucking knew, I knew
Wait.
fucking
I thought
up my
that
sleep
was
schedule
supposed
had
to
a
mirror-
purpose. Yes, Fruity's here.
I thought that was a preview.
Yeah, isn't that supposed to show it?
Yeah, I can change it to that if you want it. It's just whatever I.
Oh, this is the delayed screen.
It's not delayed.
Oh,
it's
never
just
mind.
I control what's
You
here,
just changed it right now.
and
Okay.
what the stream sees is what I want it to see. I control everything. I do.
Amazing. 2018.
Yeah. Oh, this pizza looks so good.
You look so good, James.
Thank you.
If I had to choose between this pizza and you,
Probably the pizza.
You already told me you don't like sausage, so.
I mean, hey, there's sausage on both, am I right?
I am so excited.
James, do you have your laptop? So I don't
I do
feel
have
like
my
an idiot
laptop.
looking at Seven's phone.
You're really gonna make me get my laptop?
Yeah, only idiots look at my phone.
You don't need
Alright.
to.
Yeah, I can get your laptop. Hey, you can use that laptop.
You're only doing it because
Just you'll have to wash your
I
hands
went through
before
that
it,
shit. Yeah, I know.
and then you can use that laptop.
All right.
Ah, crap.
Whoa, is it? What does it say we're streaming? Is this an eating stream or?
There's Rocket League. Rocket League.
What?
Rocket League.
We're gonna get banned.
Mm-mm.
You can't eat on stream. It's TOS.
Sponsored content.
I don't.
I think keyboard and mouse players are the best players.
Wait, where did this come from? Are you just
Rudy's
saying?
in chat.
Are you just saying
Every
that?
single keyboard and mouse player that played in the RLCS made it to the World Championship. You think about that? What,
Oh, yeah.
what does that mean?
Well,
what does that mean?
I've told you, man. I think the keyboard and mouse players have a specific style, and it's a really good one for just about any team.
Just brainless ball chasers?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you kind of did. You kind of did say
When?
that. Those are your words, not mine.
I'd like to see a citation.
Thoughts on Keemstar and the RL scene?
I don't know enough about it.
I don't know anything about the guy.
Yeah. I just know that.
All I know is that Lawler was like, "Hey man, the community appreciates it, man. Love it." And then LeafX comes in, and he's like,
whoa, whoa,
"Motherfucker,
whoa, 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 whoa.
speak for yourself,
This is a
motherfucker."
Christian video game.
I love that.
You're not
It was
allowed.
like I was like, "Leaf, damn."
He crossed the line.
Who crossed the line?
I guess Lawler with his
Yeah.
outreach.
Poor
And
Lawler. I just
for-
imagine him just like quickly responding to, "Oh, this seems like a cool opportunity for Rocket League." Then LeafX was like,
Honor.
Yeah. LeafX brings out his honor blade. Fruity and Dapper in chat, man. We got some of the best Rocket League pros in here.
Incredible.
Most entertaining streamers on Twitch. Maybe besides Jesse. I fucking
Oh my
love
God.
Jesse, dude. It's just like
Yeah,
his
you-
whole
you
stream is a
can't beat
meme.
his-
His
you
whole
can't
stream
beat
is a meme.
Just say something else, man. Jesse's art.
Not gonna lie, I miss Waffle House. Me, Fruity, Ignite, and Farah went to Waffle House, and they had never It was hilarious watching them try to operate the syrup dispenser. They're like, "How does this thing work?" They're like, "I do not know how this thing works. How do you?"
Are you serious?
But then I helped him through it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Everyone got. I don't know why. Ignite didn't get hash browns. He was the only dude who didn't listen to me and didn't get hash browns, but he got the waffle, which you have to get at Waffle House.
Of course, of course.
But the hash browns were on point. It was amazing. It was incredible.
It's a high percentage play.
I was doing Farah, Fruity. I was doing Farah. But yes, you also struggled with that. I don't know how to do a Danish accent.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how
one
to
of
do it.
those ambiguous European accents, and you're like,
Oh,
well, you're
boy.
definitely European, and that's about it.
Like, to me, like, Snasky sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's from Austria. I just don't have an ear for it.
Hey, you're said sub and noticed me, so you should totally not ignore
Yeah.
the fact.
Did you say something? Did you? What's up?
When is Gold Rush 3? To be determined, but we're trying to get talks. We have talks
There's rumors.
hopefully scheduled. Yeah, like it was funny watching these European guys put syrup on their waffle. They just like put like a few lines of syrup. Then I'm just like dump that shit on so it just covers it. Because like
Oh my-
obviously when you have a waffle, syrup needs to fill up every divot.
Nah.
Yeah.
No,
when
no,
you
no.
have when you put syrup on a waffle, it has to be overflowing.
Perhaps it's the European
No,
in me,
see,
but no.
When you're eating a waffle or a pancake, you don't want to put all the syrup right away, man. Then it gets soggy.
Yeah.
Well, that's pancakes are shit. That's why they get soggy. But a
yeah.
well-cooked waffle
No, you're
is
not
super
wrong.
It'll get
crispy.
soggy too.
You have to
no one
just
is
eat
immune.
it quickly
no one
after
is
you.
no one is immune to the sogginess.
You just have to.
No
Yes,
one.
it is. If you syrup
Maybe
a
if they're made of
waffle,
cardboard.
a fresh waffle, and then eat it quickly, you will get the crunch from the bottom. You'll have the bottom crunch, the softness of the top. It's called variety, and you want that kind of different textures in your food. I'm
do
telling
you
you,
think
this
about
is
this?
it.
What do
You
you think
just
of-
haven't had a good
Is it
waffle.
fucked up that I like soggy cereal?
Yes.
Not like
yes,
not
that's
like
gross.
all soggy. Like I
No,
like
you have like
I
what?
like
What cereal?
partial. Like all of them.
Like Reese's Puff cereal?
Well,
I don't
Reese's
like
Puffs,
I
I
don't
could-
really like Reese's Puffs.
What? That's a tier 1 cereal. That's
don't
like the
think so.
peak of the.
That's the best after milk.
The Reese's
No,
is.
it's not.
Yeah, it is, dude.
You don't
Dude,
think
the more I
Fruity
hear about
Pebbles
Moopy,
or
the more I
Captain
hate
Crunch
it.
has a better after milk?
Gold Rush
no,
is such a
dude.
great
Cinnamon
thing.
Toast
Always a
Crunch?
fun thing to watch. Thank you,
Sounds pretty
Spooky.
good too, but the Reese's
The
Puffs are-
best?
We have 9 minutes.
pretty
I
much the
gotta
best.
eat. I gotta keep eating.
Not,
It's funny too
taste-wise,
because
not
I
texture.
like Reese's Puffs, but I don't like their cereal. It's like I like pickles, but I don't like it
Wait,
on my
Reese-
burger.
You like Reese's Puffs, but you don't like Reese's Puffs?
That's not what I meant. Reese's peanut butter cups.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I was
Shut up.
actually confused there for a moment. What about Reese's Pieces?
I'm not into Reese's Pieces. Is that weird?
I should do that.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Jeez.
I realized when I was driving that I didn't eat all day. So this is nice to have this.
Glorious.
I'm kind of contemplating eating that one.
What are you looking at me for? I don't know what your stomach's saying.
I'm never hungry. Did I tell you this? I don't have an appetite. I just don't. It just stopped. I stopped getting hungry. So once that happened, I
Oh,
would
today.
no,
Oh, just
ever
ever.
anymore, at least, because obviously.
I mean, I've been there. I've been there.
No, but like it won't go away. Like I thought it was depression. I'm not depressed anymore. At least I think.
Well, you don't have
I
a
like to think
regular.
so.
You don't have a regular diet, do you? Like you don't. Not a regular time that you eat.
Well, no, yeah. See, this is the thing. Nothing. I didn't change anything. It just stopped, right? But I would then forget to eat because I didn't get hungry ever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, let me test this out. So I didn't eat for like 3 days.
No.
Still didn't get hungry.
That's not good.
It's not. No. Okay, it wasn't 3 days. But
Then it
was
wasn't 3 days.
No, it was like 2 days.
That's still
I
not
ate
good.
the third day. How about that?
That's still not good.
No, it's not. Anyways,
Go see a doctor.
so hold on. What? Serve me some pizza for sure, man.
Who?
The ability. Anyway, so I don't get hungry anymore. So I would then.
Is this like a superpower or
No.
in disguise?
Maybe. But I would forget to eat, so I would just get headaches
Okay.
and like start dying, and
Well,
then I'd
isn't
be
that
like,
your hunger at this point?
that's like a reminder that I need to eat.
Ah.
I didn't get that today, but I just remembered. Now I just remember to eat.
Yeah, I've
I just eat
definitely-
all the time.
No, I definitely
all
used
the
to forget
time.
to eat all the time.
I try to eat something like every couple hours. I don't.
No, I bet you
I
that
try.
if you like had you forced yourself to eat like more consistently, you would
See,
start
Dub.
getting hungry again.
This is a talk show that starts at 7:30. That's what
We
you're
can talk
watching.
about whatever we want.
Yeah, we have 6 more minutes before we have
fuck
to
off.
start.
Let me eat my pizza.
Don't tell him to fuck off. You
Sorry.
fuck off.
Who did I tell to fuck off?
C-Dub.
Who?
C-Dub. We're getting started here in a
C-Dub.
second.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about Timo.
No,
And,
I was-
Buy-in. I love you guys.
Why are you telling anyone to fuck off, Moop? You need to chill out. Take a chill pill, bro.
You know what I had to
James,
go
you
through
need to
before I
chill.
got here? You don't.
Yeah,
I mean, you do, but you don't.
you had to run the pizza gauntlet
Mhm.
to get this pizza.
Whoa, I just finished my finals
Dapper
today.
just told you to fuck off. Moopy.
You never.
Thoughts?
Whoa, you dropped
Stop
that.
spilling on the
Shut up,
tablecloth.
shut up. I beat Dapper in a ranked game the other day. With a non-GC on my team. I had Carlos on my team.
I beat Nose Dude.
You beat me in matchmaking today, like
I
an
clapped
hour
nose,
ago.
dude. Where's
That's
he at?
true. Did we lose the game we had together?
Yes, dude, because you play like an idiot.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
People need to see your camera settings.
Fruity asked why Moopy's still on the show. It's because he's rank A, man.
Because he keeps coming back.
He's rank
That's
A.
why.
Rudy.
We're rank B. I honestly don't understand how Moopy
Yeah, I'm the only rank
was
A
rank
person.
A.
Oh, I don't play 6-mans.
I'm 6-2 right now. They should just auto promote me because it's a wasted talent keeping me down in B.
Nah, I don't care about 6-mans.
Dude, you should. because
People
it's
play the
fun.
same. People play the same in matchmaking and in 6-mans.
Yeah, but it's more fun because you have comms.
I don't really enjoy having like teenagers like crying and shit talking like as they're like
That's
ball
no matter where you
chasing.
go in Rocket League, though.
Do your impression or impersonation of a rank B comm.
I'm not gonna cry on stream.
Hit the ball!
Oh my
Stop
God.
missing!
Oh,
I was open. Stop trying to aerial it.
jeez, no, thank you.
Sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, I streamed last night for 3 hours and I'm like, why am I not like my views were just staying the same. We're
That's
going
so
up.
weird.
We're going down.
Why aren't they dropping?
Well, exactly. That's what I'm wondering. But I streamed for 3 hours and didn't realize I didn't set Rocket League as a game. I had no game set.
Oh,
I had
what
no game
happened
set.
then?
I just forgot to set a
Wait,
game.
wait. It didn't go up or down, and you didn't even have Rocket League? So what does that mean?
Wait,
Just like people hosted me and some people stayed.
And does it even matter?
I mean, I saw James on the sidebar and I clicked on that shit.
What game did it say that you were streaming?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I fucked up. JJ, what's up? What's up, JJ?
Alright. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
All right.
Good call.
You gonna join me?
Um,
We can wash them together.
I don't know about that one. Where's the spray? Oh.
Twitch and play, by the way. Thanks, Fruity. Appreciate it, man.
What's wrong with the way I play?
I'm not gonna say nothing.
We're talking about this later. Alright, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. Just right out in front. We have like recycling up. And, like if you're in the bathroom, just immediately in front of it, you'll see a bunch of cardboard. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Oh, we should talk about DreamHack too, the circuit.
Oh, did they just announce that? I didn't actually get a chance to see all that stuff.
They announced the circuit. I don't know if they announced all the. Did they announce like Valencia and
Yeah,
something else?
Montreal.
So yeah, so it's going to be Leipzig, Dallas, Valencia, and Montreal.
Oh, Dallas. I didn't know that one.
Yeah, that was the
Oh.
second one.
Nice.
Pizza crust.
Seismic. Hello.
Hey, Seismic.
Oh, hi.
All right, I'm gonna go clean this up. I'll be right back.
Don't leave me. I don't do well with crowds. Oh, they didn't announce the dates for the last two. Oh, I trust you. Hey, Leon. Do you all know when Gold Rush 3 will be yet or not? I don't know. That's mostly on James. It's mostly on James. But I know that he's been thinking about it. Been planning it a little bit, I think. A Boogie Monster 7. Gold Rush 6 is planned, but
Do I
3
need
to
this
5
be
isn't
on
happening.
here? For sure. Do I need to take this under it or no?
Ooh, that is interesting. Oh.
What?
See?
Okay.
See? That's how it is.
James doesn't want me looking through his search history, but that's okay. I'm gonna steal your phone. I just need to make sure. I don't know which camera's on, but I love you. Is that the one?
You can.
I love you, Lion. Alright.
Is Gold Rush 6 announced yet?
Gold Rush 6? All right, okay. It's 7:30, guys. Why didn't you tell me?
What the fuck?
All right, someone kill the music. Wait, who's operating the board? Who's operating the board?
I don't-
That's
How's that
what I
be
was
done?
saying.
Wait,
Nobody.
how's that? How's it changing scenes and stuff?
I don't think people will appreciate this.
What is
James.
going? Okay, all right. Well,
I don't have internet.
we'll get started. Wait, connect to the Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi.
Do you have a password? You don't. Just
Oh
shout it
my
out?
God, Moopy.
I could just give it to you here. So
Yeah, here, just
type
hand
in
it over
chat.
to me.
over, man.
Just type it
All
in
right,
chat.
we'll delay it for just one more second while I get this.
One.
All right. Did you just even try pressing connect?
No,
All right.
I didn't know
You
which one it was.
dingus.
I didn't know which one it was.
All right, there you go. That
those are
should
all
be good. All right, everybody, welcome to the 7th episode ever of Rush Hour, presented by Gold Rush GG, powered by Rival Esports. We have an amazing show lined up, and also this is the first show that we've had kind of in a while because of RLCS for me, then going home for Thanksgiving, and then ELEAGUE. It has just been a lot of traveling for me. So I'm excited to be joined by Sub and Moopy. Guys, say hello to the stream.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on, guys? I don't know my password.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh,
people are
Kid
really
Goose is
upset.
here.
People-
Yeah, because Grant's not here to eat broccoli.
Yeah, he is sick. Definitely sick right now. End of the semester sick.
I know. Tell me about it. What? That was actually, really devastating because I'm sitting here. We needed Grant. Like we
It's
need
true.
Grant
It's true.
to be able to operate our stream and operate the whole show. Like
A
it
lot of
all
people miss Grant.
hinges on Grant.
I'll let him
So-
know.
So yeah, that was just absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. But anyway, guys, let's get right into it. First topic of the day is going to be the RLCS finals. We haven't had a show since talking about
Wow.
So long, guys.
that. What?
It's been a long time.
They were insane.
It has been a long time.
They were insane.
So where do you
I
guys
think-
want to start? We can bring up
Okay.
the Liquipedia bracket, but I have never. I don't think we'll ever experience again a day one like we had. Literally every series going to game 5, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Wasn't it literally
Yeah.
every series?
Every one of
I
them.
think so.
And it's really weird that you say Game 5 because after seeing ELEAGUE, why aren't all games Game 7?
Because we have families to get home to.
No, James.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
It is, but still, like, there needs to be something done about that. All right, but
I think
that's
that's a fine.
Do we
Besides
want to
the
do
point.
story time? Were you guys in Las Vegas?
no.
I was in Las
I
Vegas.
was in Los
I
Angeles.
was here. I was here waiting
You
for
were-
you.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vegas was awesome. Like, we got to me and all the casters play like Pai Gow poker, or I lost like $100. That's just about the most I'd be willing to gamble.
Yeah.
But
Same, actually.
but yeah, we can keep
After I
talking.
lose 100, I'm fine.
But what do you guys want to talk about the finals? Like I could
Well,
talk about so
okay.
Well,
much
how about-
right
quick,
now.
Okay.
I just want to shout out James for saying that didn't you call that C9 was like gonna pop off at LAN?
I might have.
You didn't remember.
He
earlier.
doesn't remember, but
I don't
he'll
remember.
accept your.
I said that's
Yeah.
why I said I might have.
I'm pretty
Like,
sure you said that.
I called that it was going to be like Squishy's MVP season. Like that's what I said is like when we were talking about NA
Yeah.
MVPs. I'm like I feel like this is like
Well,
Squishy.
What
And
we saw actually was him taking a step back for his teammates. I would say because I would say that Gimmick was the MVP.
Yeah,
and
Gimmick was
Torment-
definitely nuts.
Torment really came into his own during the finals.
I think they all just were playing insane. Like I mean, Squishy had probably the most memorable shot of the tournament, even though it might
Yeah,
not have
but
been the
it's just-
best shot.
It's just a shot.
Yeah,
That doesn't win them. the
for
tournament,
sure.
you
Like
know?
it was just like it was crazy though because Cloud9 they were like it seemed like NA was screwed
done.
right out
Yeah.
of the gate because
That's the pattern, isn't it?
yeah we lost literally.
Oh my gosh.
Sad to see.
You know,
Like the
way they played-
only series they didn't lose was the Tainted Minds that EG beat or had to
right.
come back against Tainted
Oh,
Minds.
yeah.
Thank you, EG. But,
But
I wanted to
still.
say, the way they played kind of reminded me of back when they won DreamHack, to be honest. Back when
I agree.
Squishy was more of focused on passing to his teammates rather than like doing solo plays. I feel like they really kind of nailed the team aspect this tournament. You know?
Yeah, and like it just seems like there's kind of a triangle now because, Dignitas was undefeated for literally the whole season for such a long time. And pretty much everyone was like, Dignitas just has this in the bag. And then Cloud9 wins it. And so then we're thinking, oh, this is the beginning of a new era for Cloud9. And then they go and lose E-League.
Like, what?
But we'll talk about that later. But I mean, that was something like some people might have already forgotten, but Dignitas was like, that was a historic run.
Can we talk about how Weedham girls made third?
In the World Championship?
Yes.
What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
They're not sponsored, man.
So?
Yeah, the fact they weren't.
Obviously,
and
that's crazy, but.
What do you mean so?
But you're looking at us like, oh,
yeah,
you
to
guys.
me, the crazy
I mean,
thing
we're not
is like,
talking about it yet, but E-League, obviously.
Okay,
right?
we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to E-League, but
That's what I'm saying,
but like it was
true,
honestly,
that's
it was like I haven't really gone back and watched every series that was going on, like on the stream. But the crowd was when NA teams were playing was pretty fun to listen to. Like it was a pretty good crowd. There's a lot of people on Reddit complaining about the crowd.
Yeah,
I thought the crowd was pretty good.
I don't know if it was just the way the audio was set up, like capturing the crowd, or if it actually wasn't. Because like I remember some people that were actually there were tweeting like, "Dude, this crowd's insane," but like I wouldn't.
They were insane for the NA teams.
But you couldn't really see it on
it's
stream,
NA, what do you know?
or is that what you're saying? Like you couldn't really see it on
You
stream.
couldn't hear it.
I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't watched on stream.
Yeah.
Like I haven't gone back to watch the stream games.
I don't know. It seemed fine to me, like from what I saw. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was pretty busy, but I definitely popped in. It didn't seem like it was, I don't know, uninspiring or whatever. I could be
and
wrong.
like Cloud9, they came so close to losing. Like they all, like Garrett G was one double tap away from knocking
That's
him out.
crazy.
And then they almost lost a flip side too. They had those 2 overtime games in a row, games 3 and 4, and flip side won both of those. Almost got the reverse sweep.
That's the longest run you could possibly have.
Yeah, they played a lot of games. Like they played 5-game series against Weedham Girls, 5 games against NRG, 5 games against Flipside. They crushed Tainted Minds.
You know what I think? I like that you mentioned like the trifecta, the triangle of teams with Weedham Girls, Dignitas, and Cloud9. Because I think what I'm noticing is that teams are kind of reaching the peak team efficiency, if that makes sense. Like they're reaching like the top tier level. Let's call it S tier or whatever, and then everyone is like catching up. I think Dignitas was the first ones, and then Cloud9, and then Weedham Girls, and after that, I don't know if there's going to be like roster swaps once like a good amount of teams get to that level of play because they're going to be beating each other. But at the moment, like those S tier teams are like beating everyone, and it doesn't feel like it's even close.
I mean, somebody I forget who it was on Reddit, but they're basically like, it seems like the only people that have a chance to win are Weedham Girls, Dignitas, and Cloud9.
Yeah.
And it certainly seems that way. But the weird thing is like every time that we see Dignitas play Weedham Girls, they wipe the floor with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the regional championship, they 4-0'd them.
Yeah.
In the world championship, they 4-1'd them. So
Do you think it's because of their play styles at this point?
I just don't know.
Because they are playing at the peak of what they can do. So
this is one of those things where I
differences?
feel like having like really looking at the replays and trying to do an in-depth analysis to figure out because it seems like it's a matchup thing.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like it's
this
a
is
matchup
real
thing.
Rocket. This is like them actually playing.
It could be a mentality thing. Like
it could.
Oh, I keep losing this team. Like
I definitely
don't
think
know.
like I think
Maybe. I
for
don't think it's that.
I
for
don't think, I'm
Cloud9
not
they
saying
definitely.
entirely.
Oh.
I'm saying that could contribute.
I agree with Moopy because I think
Yeah.
like Cloud9 they are when they are super confident and that boulder starts rolling, it's hard to stop. But like what Weedham Girls just came out and it's also somebody was saying like in the situation with Cloud9 against Dignitas, it was literally Cloud9 the one time where people were looking at them as an underdog and having the underdog mentality loosens you up. Like you're like, I've got nothing to lose because people expect me to lose. And then in E-League, it was the complete opposite. Weedham Girls was in a situation where like, all right, Cloud9 is going to clap Weedham Girls. They just took down Dignitas. They did it, again. And now they're going to go in and just destroy Weedham Girls.
I think we're past the mentality stuff.
I don't think so.
The mentality never goes away, but I'm saying like nerves, that sort of thing. I think that we're at the point we're going to enter like a new phase of Rocket League where teams are actually playing fundamentally like different play styles, and the matchups are more important now. So it actually matters who you run into. It's not a matter of well, this team is good at rotating and good at shooting the ball, and so they're going to beat the other team. They're just all around better. It's not like that anymore. There's no clear better at any level of like the top, I would say. So yeah, like we're going to have more teams that like catch up, and then we're going to have a lot of certain matchups. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this team
getting
is
it's
good
getting
against
to
this
the
one,
like
this
it's
team's good
getting
against
to the
this one.
point where we need to expand the RLCS to at least 10 teams. I think
Yep.
potentially. Yeah.
Who do you think?
told
Who
you.
do you think is going to be the next team to like
Fucking called it.
catch up to the top 3? You think?
Dude, this is a tough call because
Team
I
to
feel
catch
like
up?
who in the rival
It's not
series?
a huge difference, I would say, but it's big enough to see that like, oh, these top 3 are clearly better. I think maybe NRG could do it, but they're having some really rough
Oh, you're
time.
talking about like the upper echelon?
Yeah. I'm looking at like literally these top 3 teams. Who's going to catch up to them next?
You know, I honestly think Flipside could do it
Yeah,
because they
Flipside
keep
or
getting
NRG.
close. And
Same with energy.
yeah, NRG could do it. And you know, it's
I think Flipside almost has it.
I've been let down by EG. Every time I predict them on an upset, they don't get one. But like, I mean, Turbo, I don't know if he was memeing or not. He was like, I think EG is going to make it out. But he said top 2. I think he was talking about top 2 in groups at ELEAGUE. But yeah, man, I honestly don't know. But I guess for the finals, like you guys were watching on stream.
Yeah.
What was there anything that was noticeable just about the LAN this time around from the stream side of things? Like
Like
I have
the
a completely
production?
I had to-
like anything really because I have such a different experience of the LAN because I'm there, I'm
I had
behind
to,
the
like,
scenes.
I was like not, I was at a music festival, so I had to like rewatch the games like the next day.
Yeah, I don't
times.
really.
So you knew everything that was going to happen. Potentially,
What do you
like
mean?
if you were watching Twitter or looking at Twitter, you're like, "Oh, Cloud."
I didn't look at Twitter. I literally did not open Twitter that entire weekend because I was like, I know people are gonna say shit, and I don't want to know what's happening.
You know what we haven't really talked about at all is the fact that Chiefs came in 4th.
That too.
4th. That's like, is
Oh.
there any Oceanic team in any other esport that has been that good? Like top
Yeah,
4 in a
it's
world?
crazy.
I have no
And
idea.
they knocked out Evil Geniuses, right? And who else?
Evil
they
Geniuses.
only
So
knocked out one
they
team,
knocked out.
but-
Well, yeah, they only knocked out one team. They beat NRG, like in that 5-game series. Lots of
crazy.
every game was 1 goal.
What is with NRG? Like,
Chiefs just like they are confident.
I thought they
against them,
were
I guess. I
like
don't
really coming back.
know. NRG.
Yeah, is there something up that I'm not like seeing?
I mean,
Maybe
there isn't a single
maybe
team
like I
that-
think what it's easy to forget how young Justin is.
Do you think it's on Justin though?
I don't know. But like, I don't know. I honestly don't know because I thought Justin played really well at ELEAGUE, and to me, Garrett has been playing really well for NRG for a while. Like I thought Garrett G was struggling during league play, but then started to pick it
Until,
up,
like, that
and
last
and started to
week or
pick it
two.
up, and since then he was really solid all throughout. But we just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I'm starting to notice that there's like a greater difference between teams that are more offensive focused and defensive focused. And I guess that's kind of hard to explain since, what is a defensive team and what is an offensive team? Like both of them have to score, both of them have to defend. But generally, I think that an offensive team is a team like on a whole that's trying to like aggress more and contest more, and they mostly focus on the other team messing up. And I would put NRG in that category of they're kind of banking on the other team messing up, and they just get a goal, right? It's not really all about crazy passes like Cloud9 or Dignitas, for instance.
Yeah, I mean, there's
it's-
kind of like the different ways of scoring is like trying to make it's like infield versus boost starving using
Yeah.
backboard.
I think that's what NRG does. The boost starving, the aggression. And so it's kind of on the other team to be able to deal with them. And if the other team can deal with them, it's not that difficult.
See, you mentioned Dignitas. I think Dignitas is a defensive team.
I think that they are, yeah.
Oh.
That's what I said.
But
Movie's
no,
like,
but you-
I expected
no, but
you to
you
argue.
said that. I don't know what you said.
And Lion says, can we talk about interviewing the
agree, I
losing
agree.
team?
No, I know.
Oh, it's because I said they like pass and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I think they're a defensive team, and they're really good at punishing and like
That's what the
creating
passes
those
are for.
opportunities.
I think Cloud9 and Dignitas are both defensive teams that they're not really trying to contest absolutely everything, but they see opportunities that the other team gives them, and then they just have a clean pass, and it's
Yeah.
like no one can contest them because it was just a great opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we've got Fruity in chat too, and Fruity says that Dig is the most defensive team in EU,
Yeah.
or we are.
Yeah. Oh, Fruity says that?
Fruity said that, yeah. He thinks Dignitas is pretty defensive
I
as
wouldn't
well.
say PSG is super defensive.
Well, let's stay on topic for 2 more minutes. We can
Sure.
get it out. But you guys did you like I still want to talk about Chiefs because like I talked with Garrett about the Chiefs and he says the series they played against NRG, he said they were playing like World Championship level Rocket League. Like they could have won if they played like that all the time. He could see them winning it all.
It's so crazy with another player now too that they could do that.
And yeah. And like and it's still weird to see that Tainted Minds they dominated Chiefs, but then Chiefs comes to a world stage and gets top 4.
Do you think that might have had something to do with like the ability to not tilt? Like their captains are really what drive them in like these.
I thought
situations?
Drippe was incredible. Like the Drippe,
Is he the captain?
I think he is the captain actually. I don't think Torsos is the captain.
It can't be
But Drippe was a monster.
Yeah, it's
Drippe
probably
was a
Drippe.
monster.
Well, I think that's important to have a confident captain, or else when it's on a stage like this, you know, they're not gonna be able to play their style. I think that might have been it.
Yeah, and Fruity says Tainted Minds' play style is high risk, high reward. Chiefs is more calculated and consistent.
Well, there you go. That kind of parallels what we were talking about with the more aggressive and like offensive teams with the defensive. It just seems like that old saying where offense wins you games and then defense wins you championships.
Defense is the best offense.
That too.
Dude,
But it has to turn into offense at some point.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's where
I'm
punish
just
comes
messing
in.
around. But yeah. No, I agree.
That's why I think, I don't know if you guys, I'm not trying to get too much off topic, but in Smash, our motto was like just a Titan, and I think he has the best punish game, and that's what got him to be like that. Is his defense is insane. And he could
true, yeah.
He can just mess anyone up as soon as he can get in.
And who's there, like...
I think that's what Dignitas is.
Who's like the aggressive...
All right, well, I hate to cut you guys off, but we're going to be moving on to the next topic, which is ELEAGUE, the ELEAGUE Rocket League Cup. I was there again. I was there in person, casting it, experiencing it. How
was it?
It was awesome.
How was it working with like a TV crew?
Like the difference between like traditional esports and TV is very different. Like in esports, like I'm the one going and getting everything that I need. Like if I need hot tea or I have to go and do it.
Okay.
But at ELEAGUE, it's like, you know, I need a runner.
Where's my tea guy?
I need a runner, yeah. And then they'll come up to you, do you need anything? Do you need anything? I'm like, yeah, I want a hot water with lemon and a little bit of honey if you can, please. And they'll bring it to you in this little ELEAGUE cup. And then they'll cater Chick-fil-A and I'll get to eat. Dude, at ELEAGUE, it was the first time I had Chick-fil-A.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And
Well, I had Chick-fil-A once in Michigan, and I don't think that counts because it wasn't that great. But no, it was catered the day after we went there in person because Wavepunk's like, we have to go to Chick-fil-A.
Is you're in chat? Oh my God,
dude!
he works at Chick-fil-A.
I have to tell you how much I ate. 2 spicy chicken deluxe sandwiches.
Yes.
That's the
I
only
ate
thing.
That's
3
the best thing.
tenders, 12 nuggets, fries, and a large Diet Coke.
long did it
was
take you?
amazing. It took me probably 25 minutes.
Jeez.
It was glorious. Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
was Chick-fil-A?
I went to Chick-fil-A with Dapper when he was here.
Where did they
great.
start? Was it in Georgia?
I have no idea.
Is that why?
Strange
I don't
says,
know.
James, you're a gross person. Dude, I enjoyed it. But, but working with Turner,
the
those
Lord's
guys are
chicken.
pros. I haven't watched the TV series yet because I don't have cable. But I want to go back and check
Who
it.
does
The
at
only
this
embarrassing thing was like we filmed all these we had to film these segments for this 101 show. And when I'm sitting there talking to Machine, I miss like 10 shots in a row. Like really easy shots. And they put that on TV and I'm like, damn it.
Nice.
Making me look bad.
Wait,
But
how was it working with Machine? Because
he's
so
a great dude.
Love
Dude,
Machine.
Machine
When I saw
is-
Machine there, I was like,
I was so
dude,
excited.
This is high.
The persona that he has on stream, like on the desk, is really how he is. Like he is a chill dude. He's really awesome. I loved working with Machine.
I think that goes for all of the Counter-Strike guys. There's like
them.
there's no transition between off-camera and on-camera persona. That's why we love them. Oh my God.
But
I'd
also,
imagine
like,
he
just from the
elevated.
player standpoint, Fruity could probably talk about it in chat, but every team, like, we're in Studio D. I got to meet Charles Barkley, like, shake his hand. Shaq was there. I
Yep.
didn't shake Shaq's hand.
Why not?
He's a big dude because I
'cause
just
you
didn't have the time. I was also, like, he's Shaq.
all good.
Like, I mean, Charles Barkley is also Charles Barkley. But yeah, it was really cool. We were in the Turner Studios, and every team had their own practice room with like 4
Wow.
computers. Like, it was their own room that had a
nice.
door, and they could shut it and just
Next level.
focus. It was pretty cool. It was big. It was fancy. It was a cool experience. And then as for the games were really cool too. I was expecting that. I was thinking, like, maybe we'll have the storyline of now it's the end of one dynasty, the beginning of another. And it seemed like Cloud9 was
I
going to
didn't
do it,
expect
but
that.
Yeah, I didn't really. But they've just been playing better and better, Weedham Girls have. It's crazy. And as time goes on, the more and more like facepalmy the idea that Metza got kicked is. It's just, do I even have to say it anymore?
dude,
It's-
everybody
No.
knows it.
You say it like once, at least once a podcast.
I have to. I have to.
The people call it
Such
the
is
worst
tradition.
roster move in the history of Rocket
And it's
League.
only
That's
getting
what they
worse.
say.
It's breaking the record every
It
tournament.
feels like, yeah, it's only getting
They're in RLRS, aren't they? Oh my
Mm.
God.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if, like, because, like, what we're seeing with the pattern of a lot of at least North American teams and teams in general is that when they get relegated, they generally break up.
That's
Like,
so
some
sad.
people try to get a starting
Play
position,
Despacito.
they give up their rival series spot, and then they try to get in through roster
do you think
moves
they're
or
just
whatever.
so
I
discouraged
mean, have
over
they? They didn't split
I
up,
don't
did
know.
they?
I think
At
the
least that
jury's
we know
out.
of.
The jury's out right now.
I mean, they have an org. I feel like it would be so. It'd be a waste. That's so. I guess they're spoiled of having RLCS all this time. If they were to break up, it's like, come on.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
you have
see.
an org. You're still a good team.
I don't know because at ELEAGUE, some complexity guy tweeted at Weedham Girls. He tweeted about Mets and Ars and them. So I'm like, Mets and Ars was from Complexity, and these guys are doing really well now. Complexity got relegated.
Oh
Maybe
my God.
maybe we'll see something happen there.
Interesting.
That's
But-
dirty.
Hey,
That's
man.
so dirty.
I don't know how
But-
I feel about that.
But yeah, no, like this was a lot of fun to watch. PSG almost took Cloud9 out in that 7-game series, and then I thought NRG. It might have. I thought it was going to be their revenge tour. Like I thought
I
they were
also
going to
thought
get
keep
revenge
thinking
on
that.
everybody.
We all keep thinking that.
Maybe
Because
that's the
they beat
problem.
Chiefs 4-1, then they beat Cloud9. So I'm thinking, okay.
Yeah.
And the first round, they'll beat Weedham Girls, obviously, right? And then they'll go on and play Dignitas, who gets their revenge on
like I
Cloud9,
said-
and then NRG wins it all.
Like I said, they're
That's
having
what I
the
wanted to
same
happen.
problem as any other like offensive focused team, like G2 for instance. Hot and cold. It really depends on how the other team is playing. They're not in control of their own fate. That's kind of the problem of having an offensive team like that.
Yeah, it's
They could always upset. It's really cool when they do.
Corelli
but-
wants to call in to talk about CRL, by the way.
Corelli. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can get that going, actually.
He's
I
gonna-
might be
eight and a
able to
half
try
minutes.
it. Corelli, join the Gold Rush
This is
Hello, Corelli.
Discord. Let's see here.
Untangle it.
Oh, you know what would be hard? What are you doing?
I'm untangling.
What? Stop. Put your headset back on. We're a professional show here.
No. This is not.
Oh my God! Just put. It doesn't matter. You don't even need the Slack. All right, you're
Like you're
triggering
sitting
me.
and not moving. I
All
don't
right,
know
we'll
why you
try
would
to
do
get that talk set up with Corelli, but with ELEAGUE, let's see. Yeah, ELEAGUE. Let's keep talking about ELEAGUE. Chiefs. They 4-0'd PSG. Fruity, any thoughts on that? That
Stop,
was
man. Stop.
crazy.
Sit down. Please.
I actually think I picked PG in that PSG. I think literally everybody picked PSG.
Yeah,
Like,
PSG
is
versus who?
Chiefs? What is it about Chiefs, Fruity? If you're still here, tell us about that series if you can. He says didn't happen. Yeah, it's something you want to forget about, like me in that damn
I don't
segment.
think you guys are a defensive team.
And then yeah, those were the only 4-0s that we saw was Chiefs 4-0 of PSG, and then the Cloud9 immediately 4-0ing
Oops.
Chiefs afterwards. Did you get that headset untangled?
Look at this. Beautiful.
Great job, man. All right, Corelli is here. Corelli, can you hear us? All right,
I can't hear him.
don't worry about that. You guys keep talking about ELEAGUE. I'm gonna get this sorted.
All right, ELEAGUE. I forgot who played who. Let's check.
Oh, I think I know how to do it. All right, I'm going to test this out. Corelli, how are you doing, bud?
I'm good. How
You
are
got
you, man?
music
All
on.
right, yeah, we got music too. I'll pause it.
What's the music for?
There we go.
Dude, Corelli, are you
Hi,
live with
Corelli.
us right
Hey.
now?
Am I on?
Yeah, let's
Am I
get
here?
Fruity in here too.
Can chat hear us?
I think chat can hear everything. Can you guys hear Corelli?
Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
You guys can hear.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Oh.
I don't even know what I'm doing, and I got it to work.
What, did you just have him join in?
Yeah,
the
I just
Discord?
did whatever.
Yeah, we're in.
I'm
We
in,
got it.
boys.
Dude, get fruity. Get
All right, I gotta
fruity.
turn his volume down a little bit, but let's get Fruity in here too to talk about ELEAGUE. Fruity,
Let's
you
go.
down?
Here's the bracket.
Yes, Fruity's in. All right, we
Go,
gotta.
Fruity.
Corelli, do you have Fruity on your friends list?
Nope.
All right, we got to get Fruity this link, and
I'm just a rival series cast.
Fruity. All right, we're gonna get Fruity in here, guys. Keep talking about ELEAGUE. I'm gonna get Fruity.
E-League. It's pretty good.
I don't really know what else to
TV.
say. I mean,
Georgia.
it's not that big of a tournament, right?
Golly, I have to.
I mean, like it's a big
I
tournament.
mean, who cares?
Did you
No,
just
no,
say
no,
it's
that's
not
what I'm
that big
saying.
of a tournament?
No.
All right,
I'm, not, I'm saying like, I don't know.
Anyone
what,
who's
what
anyone
we
doesn't
haven't
care,
said
is what
that-
he's saying.
I
All right,
mean,
we're
Flipside
gonna get
almost beat
Fruity in
Dignitas.
here.
That was pretty
I'm gonna
spicy.
message Fruity. I'm gonna message you
They
on
also
Twitter.
almost beat We Don't
That's
Girls.
a-
That was also pretty spicy.
That's crazy.
I can't believe we have the
I
ability.
feel like there's
to
gonna be an
interview
upset
people so
soon.
quickly.
I
feel
want
like there's
Flipside to have a.
I feel like there's
large
going to be a
breakthrough and
serious
just-
upset.
Yeah, I think the Flipside's probably definitely the next team to.
Dude, they're so
just
close.
Be like, to
No,
just
dude,
figure it out. You
All
know?
of these teams that are like on the cusp, I feel like they're all like very offensive. I
Fruity.
think that's like the thing.
Hello?
Fruity, are you
Hello.
with us?
Oh, turn
Fruity.
him up. Turn him up.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm turning Fruity's volume
James.
low. Okay,
Yeah, I
Fruity,
can hardly hear him.
say a word again.
We suck.
Oh, okay.
All right, everybody. This is Fruity from Team PSG. That is Pierre Saint-Germain
Uh-huh.
in French, I believe. Pierre Saint-Germain. Pierre Saint-Germain. Fruity, welcome to the show. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
So
I'm on the NA sleep schedule, you know?
yeah, what's up
Oh
with
my
that?
God.
Are you streaming right now, or like I mean not like
No.
literally right now, but what happened to your streams?
Waking up 5 p.m. in the afternoon, it kind of ruins the day.
Oh, jeez.
Does it get dark over there pretty early too? Right now?
I have no daylight right now for the last 3 days.
Like you didn't have any daylight, or Denmark doesn't
I sleep
have
the
any daylight?
daylight way.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
The 4
Windows
hours
closed.
of daylight.
It's like I go to bed at 8 a.m. It's still dark. I wake up at 5 p.m.
That's
it's still
the gamer
dark.
schedule.
Yeah, that's
Real
the
gamer
schedule
right
that I wish I had, honestly.
Uh,
But Fruity, let's talk about some ELEAGUE. Is there anything that struck you about the tournament? Like anything, literally.
Best of sevens was awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally shows who's the best team on the day. A best of 3 can quickly get away from you, but a best of 7 is really something that's nice.
How does the mentality of a best of 7 differ for a whole tournament compared to best of 5s?
You go into a completely different mindset because you can actually like the 2 first games can be feeler games instead of like the first one kind of in a best of 3 or best of 5.
Turn that GoPro
camera
back
just
on.
die?
Yeah, no, just turn. Sorry,
So,
good
yeah. Is it
Fruity.
this one?
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry. It's the main one. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
turn the main one on. But yeah, the best of 7s, I like them. It's just that I feel like if we do best of 7s, it has to be on a format that has very small teams. Yeah, it's the button on the side, movie.
Yeah.
And if you need to plug it in, there's the cables that are right by your feet to your left. To your left. That's your. Yep, there you go.
Well, what about groups? Like, you could have groups, and not every game has to be streamed.
But
Yeah,
I feel like not
it's,
streaming.
It's like how similar like DreamHack worked last time with Leipzig. We played like
yeah.
off stage. We played best of 3s, and there was like
it's
a
already
bunch of
plugged in,
groups.
Moopy. All right, Moopy, you sit down. I'm gonna get it fixed.
Okay. Yeah, go on, Fruity. You were talking about the format.
Yeah, and like what I think we could do for the next Leipzig is definitely go for a best of 5 group stage setup, and then once you get on stage, after the group stages, you can do best of 7s for the rest.
What about best of 7s in the group stages, since they're not all
But the-
supposed to be on stream, right? Like, what would you say to
Yeah,
that?
but the thing is, right, you have like so many teams playing in that tournament because it's open sign up. Like I went there with Copenhagen Flames like ages ago,
Yeah.
last year, and we just went there as a team and we paid the trip ourselves and went there and won against Ghost in group stage, and then we played them on a stage for like a third or second place, and we lost. And it was like best of threes. So it's like we played 3-3 and we were out and they were in. But like best of sevens would have definitely helped that and definitely
But it's
solved
like
the
a
issue.
huge difference as far as like how many teams there are, right? I mean, if all of these teams are playing off screen and they're all playing at the same time, I don't think it would be such a problem if it was best of sevens. No.
I mean, you could definitely do it, but it's just like you're used to a best of 5,
Yeah.
and then once you get to the later stages of a group stage or a tournament, you know you come with the best of sevens. But yeah, there's no really argument against it. Maybe fatigue, like some team, it will show who's the best players who can play the longest. Because if you have a long series, then you have to take another long series straight
and
after.
then you need breaks, huh? You got to work that in, make sure.
Because like Rocket League is 5 minutes of straight action, and if you do that for 35 minutes every like in one series, so like a series can actually be like 1 hour.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, there's
it's
lots
very,
that can be...
very tiring.
I remember I had a friend saying best of sevens for Rocket League is ridiculous, and I was like, dude, they do best of sevens for Counter-Strike. Do you know how long a game is?
No,
Yeah.
they don't do best of sevens for Counter-Strike.
No,
do.
they do the best of
I mean,
5
they do-
is
they-
the
I'm
longest.
saying,
They
like,
usually do best of 3s.
It's happened.
It has?
Like, yes.
I've never
Like, they
seen
usually
that.
do best of 5s, but there have been tournaments like even if it's just grand finals, a best of 7 is still like
Do they have 7 maps?
yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, yeah, I just learned how long GoPro batteries last. About 2 hours.
Oh no.
Had to plug them in. But I missed the whole ELEAGUE conversation. Maybe we
It
can
was
talk.
mostly
We
about
got
the
it more in the
format. It was
freestyle.
mostly about the format.
Yeah,
All
30
right,
seconds,
that's
go.
good. We can talk about it more on the freestyle too. Fruity,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to stay. You guys are staying for the rest of the show.
Sure.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Corelli.
perfect.
Go.
Are you still here?
Sorry, Corelli.
Nobody
No,
cares
no, no,
about
no.
what
I
Corelli
wanted
has
you to
say.
talk. I wasn't out the league.
Yeah, Corelli's sitting here. He's probably looking at CRL
Nobody
clips.
cares about CRL.
5, 4,
All right,
3.
we can talk
Corelli,
more
get
about
ready.
ELEAGUE in the future, but now we're going to shift gears. We had the CRL finals. We have 15 minutes scheduled for this. It might take us only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, who knows.
Yeah, who
but
wants to hear about
yeah,
I
that?
could talk about CRL for an hour.
nobody wants to hear you talk about the CRL finals right now. I'm just kidding. That's why we brought you on.
Love you, Corelli.
So Corelli, maybe you can
What's up?
give us a little lowdown about what the behind the scenes was like from the CRL finals.
Did you guys have Chick-fil-A as well?
Did we have Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
asking the hard-hitting
No.
questions?
Definitely not as good then.
We had
What
like
was-
catered.
Dude,
Come on.
the stage looked insane. Like it actually looked.
Yeah.
So CRL, like that final was just crazy overall. Like for what that actual event is, it shouldn't have been that good, but it was. Like the crowd was insane, and it was really lucky that we even had a North Texas team or a Texan team there. But like, if you guys don't know, it was in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And-
We know it was a hometown team. I was watching the series.
Yeah, and these Texas fans were going crazy for this team. I mean, seriously, I was sitting in the crowd. I was doing the interviews for the next series, and I had to like plug my ears. It was so loud for these guys. Every time Texas even touched the ball, they were popping off. So like
Wow.
the crowd was obviously completely biased for this Texas team.
yeah.
And then
You could say
what was
that.
crazy, what was the craziest part was that the team from Akron had like they have this like huge esports facility for their school. So they have an A team and a B team, plus they have like this huge esports club that's been funded. They have like a manager, and they have this whole facility like a booth that their team can play in. So anyways, they flew out all their team and all their players to the event, and they traveled really well and were cheering for their team, and it was crazy. And then the esports stadium, we were like the second event. That place was just built.
It
like,
looked
at the end of
crazy. Like
November.
it looked better than the RLCS stage. Like it looked like we were
that
watching some
stage-
Korean StarCraft grand final.
Yeah. Like that ultra wide panels over each team with like the gameplay in the middle and then 2 panels over each team, man, it was crazy. And like I said, the crowd was going so nuts that when I interviewed UNT the very first time, University of North Texas, I couldn't hear the throw from the desk to me. It was so loud, I couldn't hear it through my ear. And I even had an earpiece in that blocks out sound. I couldn't hear it. And so I watched it back, and it doesn't really come through as well on stream. But I went back and told like Psionics, I was like, hey, these guys are way too loud that I actually cannot hear the throw to me. Like I was looking
Wow.
at the desk across the venue to see when they were throwing to me. So it was like the weirdest event in the fact that it popped off so hard.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't watch the whole event, but I tuned in for the grand finals. And when I saw when Fire said, like that clip of Fire, like,
Dude.
I'm going to take your trophy. Like, I was like, this is amazing. This is what I love to see, dude. Like,
So-
I love seeing people getting booed, him getting upset at the
Yeah.
crowd, him saying, like, I'm going to take their trophy. That was a moment. Like, I loved that.
Fire just
need
made
that.
it something else, dude.
Fire's a character, dude. He's so funny.
When CRL started, I put a message in the like general for all the teams, and I was like, guys, we're gonna bring you on. You guys are gonna be interviewed. You know, we did it throughout league play, like Skype interviews and stuff like that. I was like, I need you guys to bring the content. Like, I need you guys. I want the banter. I want you guys to yell at each other. I want you guys to poke fun at each other. Like, I want to hear it from you guys. And they absolutely brought it, especially the University of Arizona. Like, they just walked around like bad boys the entire weekend. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Like planting, like it was something like I wish that the pros did more of, but it's tough because we already have now 6 seasons of precedent and 6 seasons of people getting used to doing things a certain way,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that's true.
not wanting to rile anyone's feathers up. But that was a lot of fun to watch. Fruity, did you tune in at all, or were you busy sleeping?
I think I saw like 5 minutes, but when the camera shake is on, I can't watch Rocket League.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
that
that was-
bothers the hell out
I
of me.
just quit everything.
It seemed like some feeds didn't have camera shake. Like the orange teams, there was like camera shake.
It's a glitch.
So
They
didn't
yeah,
set it
I
on.
don't.
It's a glitch.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I talked to like production a little bit, and it's a bug, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's a bug.
Like I know
Psionics?
GFIN Elite Series was the finals were on as well this weekend or last week, and I can't watch it. Like
It definitely
it
ruins
just
it.
guts me.
Yeah, no, it's ugly. But it's the camera shake used to be way worse. Like if you go look at the original camera shake versus the camera shake it is now, it's actually comically
changed it?
yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
It
used to be
I mean,
so
I remember
bad.
how bad it was. I didn't
It's
realize
still
it's-
bad.
I didn't realize they made it not as bad.
Yeah, here is I can bring up. All right, keep
Oh.
talking. Go ahead. Sorry, what?
No, I wasn't saying anything. I literally just don't remember them changing it.
I didn't know they changed it either.
Yeah, no,
But
it used
I also
to be.
haven't had it on in like 3 years.
It used to be 100 times worse. Like way worse.
I didn't know they changed it, but I did notice it on stream, and I was like, "Is it on?" Because
Do you think they could make camera shake not awful? Do you
No.
think it would be?
I don't think there's
possibility?
anything you
that's
can do to make
possible.
camera shake good.
I don't think
They
could.
should
That's your
just
question.
remove it. Like,
Oh, yeah, I
Like,
agree.
is
I
it-
don't
is
even
it
know
still-
why
I
it's
don't
on
think-
by default.
I agree.
Is it still on by default? Is my question.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
still on by default.
I played an entire season with that
Music's
when
on
I
again?
started
Are you?
Rocket League.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding
very
me?
nice.
No, I'm not kidding you. I had default settings, default camera settings. It was terrible.
Oh.
And like everything, like
What made you
default
realize?
camera shake should just be removed.
What
Yeah,
made you
no, camera
realize
shake
that
should
you
just
have
be
the worst
removed.
camera settings imaginable?
All right, we're going into space right now. This is
Mine
I'm
aren't
showing
worse.
the stream really quick what camera
Oh.
shake used to look like. This is an old series from me, and look at it. Look at how drastic it
Oh,
is.
God.
When you hit the ball,
Yeah,
it's
when you
the
hit the ball,
worst.
it's like
When
an
you
earthquake
jump.
every time.
When
When
you
you
when you land,
What was that?
When you flip,
What
oh my-
happened, Mason?
Yeah, this is from an old tournament way, like back in 2015, where me and my friends made it all the way to the finals.
But no.
I'm gonna turn off the audio though. Look at it,
Those kinds of people.
unplayable. Why
No,
was
no,
this
I
ever
mean-
a thing?
Okay, I'm
Why
all
is this
for
still
getting
the-
rid of it. I'm all for getting rid of it, but I'm sure
the
they
net
could
for
make
the
it
block.
not garbage.
Oh,
I'm sure they could
hit
make it
on my
not
screen for a
garbage.
second.
Yeah, so that's camera shake right there. We'll get back to the stream here. But yeah, I just think I'm with Fruity. Take it out. Just take it out.
Yeah, that's all I can really do at this point.
Yeah, we got on a tangent. Fruity
And
got us
change
on the
default.
Fruity got us on the tangent of camera shake.
Change the
Yeah, we're
default
gonna
camera.
blame Fruity on that one.
But we still have 7
Sorry.
minutes. Corelli, what else? What else? Is there any like other notable thing about CRL that you thought? Like I thought it was interesting to me to watch these guys because obviously I'm used to watching the RLCS where very rarely do people make mistakes, and CRL seemed to be the peak where people could do really cool stuff. But
Yeah.
not consistent at all. So it made
So-
it so exciting. Like, are they going to hit this double tap? No. But
So,
then
yeah.
they finally
But,
do
like-
hit it, and it's like poggers. Like I'm losing
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I mean, that's kind of what made it kind of fun because we casted a ton of CRL. Like it was twice a week for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 weeks. And it's kind of fun because most of the guys now, at least in this season, were grand champ and most of them could do things. And the ones that were really good could pull off these amazing plays all the time. Like Doodle, who was on Penn State, they came in 4th at the LAN, was freestyling on everyone throughout the season. Like every time he played on stream, he was hitting like flip resets off the ball, like the craziest shots. And then like some teams couldn't really do that. So it was a huge array of skill and it was really fun to see the matchups because it actually changed our analysis a little bit because we could talk about how certain players were just so much better than others and we could see how the matchup would go between like a pool of 3 players and then another pool of 3 players and how they would go. So it was really interesting because yeah, it's not pro play and when you look at pro players like a lot of times you really don't talk about a player being so much better than everyone. Everyone's really, really good, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really like CRL's kind of fun if you can accept that, yeah, okay, these guys aren't squishy, but it's also not like, gold 3 either.
Yeah. And the thing
So-
I'm getting excited about CRL 2 is that, it's got something that traditional esports doesn't have, which is teams rooted with organizations that have a history greater than the team itself. So it's like you think Overwatch League is the first real esport to try to go a franchising route where the history of the team persists. And now with Rocket League, we could see maybe the University of Arizona will have the best Rocket League program forever. And it'll have a storied history. And we talk about the University of Arizona Rocket League as like, a Cloud9.
And there's going to be times when a single player leaves, and then they'll try and find another.
And they'll
one.
try to recruit people to come in, and so you build that history, and you also have the fans from those regions who now will cheer because that's where they're from.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is something that esports just doesn't have that I see in collegiate Rocket League that I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like I can see like Rocket League in the collegiate environment spreading like wildfire across the United States, maybe even globally, to where this could be a World Cup style thing where you're dealing with colleges in an official college environment, and it's super awesome. And the gameplay is still pretty good. Obviously not RLCS caliber, but
everything has
I
to
love
be done
watching it.
differently. The way you pick up players, sometimes you're going to have a really good player that picks up mediocre players, and just the way that team functions is going to be so interesting compared to a team that has all players that are similar level. I actually definitely see the appeal in it for sure. That just seems
Also,
so fun.
one thing I saw a guy in chat, they should let Canada join. Canada is in the CRL.
Oh.
There's a few.
University of
Ryerson.
Toronto.
Well, the thing is, it's whoever qualifies. So Canada would be in the Northern Conference.
And
so
and RLCS players aren't allowed to play?
I think anyone's allowed to play. Like we had Go Rocks Go.
Anyone is, yeah.
Oh,
Everyone can play.
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
So it's just that I don't think there's a lot of players who are in colleges that qualified, or I don't know if it is a certain amount of time you have to commit to it too. So
Yeah,
This is why I want to see if there was massive investment into like Rocket League esports, like massive like investments. I think we have sizable investments now, but I'm talking like imagine if the purse was unlimited. I get really excited about what could happen in collegiate Rocket League then, to where maybe Squishy and players like Squishy and any pro player becomes such a valuable asset that colleges will give them full ride scholarships to go and play, and then collegiate becomes the scene where it can have incredible world class.
I think someone that's
performances.
already
This
made
might
it.
actually
It's a
be
little-
doing this. I've heard a rumor about someone doing this.
Really?
Who?
Yeah, give us
one
some
guy
deep,
from
juicy
Europe
details.
might be doing moving over states and actually play in CRL
Hmm.
and giving a half scholarship, I believe.
That's actually so that could be
what-
the
so
that could be
I've-
so good for Rocket
sorry.
League players. Go ahead,
What
Corelli.
I wanted to say, sorry, yeah. So I've kept in touch with a lot of the players from the first season of CRL to the second, and a lot of these a lot of these schools are getting massive, massive investment towards not only building an esports facility on campus, but also giving kids scholarships as well. Like
And Rocket
big
League,
time.
it's the perfect game.
Yeah,
There's no
it's E
violence.
for everyone. It's E for everyone. So there's no reason that anyone can't watch or play the game.
Only 3 players
And-
too.
Yeah.
Not a full 5.
Yeah,
It's super
super
easy
easy.
storytelling.
Yeah.
The game explains itself on the screen. It's friendly for all audiences, all advertisers. This could be the beginning of Rocket League World Esports domination. If they could they just need to unlock the coffers and let money
Get
rain
money
from
and
the
just shove
ceiling,
it in.
just pure gold, and dump all that gold into Rocket League.
I didn't
Forget
know any
crates.
better, James.
Forget development of any other thing. Esports.
If I didn't know any better, James,
If you build it,
I would
they
say
will
you
come.
like this game, don't you?
Yes.
Well, and they just came out with the high school league today.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
High
Oh
school.
yeah, that got announced.
That's super
schools.
cool, and especially since if
Moopy,
we
you're
could
in
pay
high school.
attention, we could pay attention from where people came from high school and then what colleges. Like they will
Oh
literally
my
get
God.
recruited to colleges
Yes.
because
get
they'll
picked
be
up because
good
of their
enough.
skill.
to
Rocket
make
League
it.
is the game. Rocket League is the only game where I feel like this can happen like it is because of the game it is. You're not shooting terrorists. You're not stabbing a giant pig creature in the back or killing a dragon to get gold. There's no
What game he's
violence.
talking about?
I was thinking like Dota.
Okay.
Or like, I mean, like you think about the
was thinking
major
like Monster
popular
Hunter.
games, they all have violence.
Yeah.
Every single one has
China
violence.
banned violent games. I just wanted to put that.
So
out there.
we are about every person in this call except for maybe Corelli. If things play out well, we're all going to be millionaires. It's gonna do it.
Except Corelli.
Okay.
Corelli's just
one more.
horrible with finances. That's why.
Oh.
He'll-
One more
he'll-
thing. What the?
It's
Money
not that he
in,
won't
money
make the
out.
money. He just won't
Gotcha.
keep it.
One more thing I want to say about CRL because I know it's out of time, but I just wanted to say that as a caster too, CRL is really, really fun to cast because we're allowed to have a lot more fun and like throw things at each other and say stupid stuff, and it's not like the RLCS or the rival series where it's super,
yeah,
you know.
it's more buttoned up,
that
right?
Just
it's
sounds
like
more
su-
entertaining, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I wish
it's-
RLCS
we're
could
allowed
be
to
like
be
that.
It's also
ourselves.
like
I'm
like just a little bit of inside baseball here. And as we go into the freestyle, the freestyle we can talk about literally whatever we want. So Fruit, if you want to talk about something, feel free to bring it up. But yeah, we're in the freestyle now. But just to give you an idea, Corelli, or at least my opinion on that fact where you feel like you have more freedom in the CRL. The CRL was a product purely created by Psyonix with no precedent set by Twitch or any other group, whereas RLCS was an inherited program with expectations already set in the marketplace or in the scene. So I feel like Psyonix still hasn't completely moved away from the mindset of we don't have to do what was done in the past. We can do whatever we want, right? And with CRL, they did whatever they want, and it also isn't as in the limelight as the RLCS. The RLCS was done a certain way, and then Psyonix got control of it, and they haven't really changed the formula that much because any kind of change in formula for the RLCS is going to be under a microscope, whereas with the CRL, there's not as much pressure on them to meet any certain
You think,
preconceived
Do you
expectations.
think they're gonna start like experimenting with things now that they had such a success with CRL?
I don't think they're going to experiment with anything. Like I think
Why
if Psyonix,
wouldn't you use Rival Series for that though, right? They could just experiment with Rival Series, see how it works, and if
Well,
it works,
Rival Series needs a lot of upgrades.
yeah,
It
Yeah.
doesn't even have
That's a different
LAN.
conversation.
Doesn't even
I
have a
mean,
LAN or
Rival Series
nothing.
could be a lot better the way it is now. Like, it's just kind of awkward. But
yeah, but
think
I'm
that-
talking about like format and different stuff. You know, like try something else than we have right now.
oh,
I think
one
that-
thing. Oh, one thing about CRL though is we had TriCast, and I love TriCast. One
Oh.
play-by-play, two analysts. I think it's amazing for Rocket League.
I agree
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I agree with that one.
yeah. So sorry, I was playing around with volumes right now, but I think that they're not really going to like experiment. They are going to sit in a boardroom
or in a meeting room, and they are going to come up with a format that everybody likes from the top down, and they're going to have that bundled in with a ton of changes to the rival series, the RLCS. I think they're going to bundle everything up into one big change. I don't think
That's not a
Psyonix
good
is
idea.
much. I don't think there is much of an. This is my own personal opinion. Obviously, I don't have
Yeah.
any insight
I get it,
more
I
than
get it.
anybody else. But I think if they will change something, they are going to do a lot of research and take a lot of time before they go and make a big change. I don't think they're really like when Twitch was running with things, they were more inclined to make little small tweaks here and there. And Psyonix is more of a company that's like, let's not try to make small tweaks here and there. Let's figure out the long term of where we want
You
to
know
be
who else
and
used
then
to do
make the
that?
long term change.
Blizzard used to do that, and it was something they really liked to do with StarCraft too, and StarCraft didn't turn out so well in the long run. So I'm not really for that sort of approach to designing a game or designing a format or anything like that. If none of the players hear about what it is they're designing and can't give feedback, then where are they getting this research
Fruity,
from?
what do you want, Fruity? What do you want for the RLCS? What do you want for Rocket League?
You're talking straight to Psyonix
Longer
right
league
now.
play, longer league play. More offline events. I would love league play to be offline. Do like Gfinity. Or you just.
So let me take a guess at what you want then. You want a Los Angeles studio for North American Rocket League players to fly into to play their matches, and you want to take a train to London or a flight to London, because I don't think you could probably take a train. You take flight to London
honestly,
to play.
Europe would have like apartments or like houses that would stay over for an entire season, and then I don't know how NA would be, but I could
Well, why
imagine
not
maybe
just you
being
do
the
what they do
same.
for Gfinity? Because Gfinity is essentially the same thing.
Yeah, they used to have gaming houses. Endpoint had a gaming house. They won it.
Oh, so you think the
year.
orgs will provide the gaming house?
Yeah, I think they would. If they see the potential in Rocket League, they would. Because it would be cheaper for them than flying out all the time, I believe.
But that sounds like a larger investment from orgs when they don't have any. They don't have enough
Yeah.
returns
Yeah.
yet.
So
Well-
I think if like Fruity. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Fruity.
Yeah, it's just that like we need to have the org items or
Yeah.
org revenue before we even start talking about all this stuff. Because that's the main priority we need right now is something for the orgs to feel comfortable with, and then we can move forward and talk about the rest.
Yep.
Yeah, because that is the missing piece right now for orgs is figuring out, is Rocket League worth it for us to be in? And it seems like Dignitas has really made a ton of investment, and they're here to stay. It seems like there's some people who have drank the Kool-Aid from Psyonix, and there's some who have not. And people, like, it's some of the orgs that are more involved in the other more established titles that already have
Well, it's also
like
the more
profit sharing set up.
successful orgs in Rocket League, so that would make sense considering.
But I mean, it's tough to know exactly really what these orgs think, because they're going to say one thing publicly to better their position, but they might still think that Rocket League is a good long-term bet. But what they might say is, we don't really want to stay in Rocket League because there's no items. But what they're really doing is saying, I just want to put pressure on Psyonix to get these items in. I'm going to be
It's
here
ridiculous
regardless
that it comes to
because like I don't think Cloud9 is ever going to give up that roster. Like, I don't think, like, the team, like, these big orgs that have good teams, I don't think they're going to give them up.
I mean, they have personalities as well with
That's-
Squishy
yep.
and Gimmick and Torment. They have like a brand, for themselves,
And they upload a lot.
which they add to the C9
Yeah.
brand.
That's true.
And that's one of the things that the Americans are good at, or especially like the NA teams. While
Yeah.
EU is more lacking on that, because like we don't really have that many streamers. We don't really have that many
Yukio
YouTubers.
was streaming, and he's
Why
a
is that, do you
good looking
think?
dude.
We have
What do you mean?
Yukio
You have
missing.
Jesse. You guys have Jesse.
Jesse's
And
not.
he's not even
he's
on the
rank,
team.
He's rank A, Corelli. He's not.
What? That's high quality content right there.
Yeah, it is. But we're talking
stream high
about.
quality content then.
But no, Fruity's right.
I
but
have a question. Do you think that comes down to individual people's personalities, or just in Europe as a whole, there's like something, there's not really an interest in streaming as much? What do you think, Fruity?
I think it's the fan base is very different in America compared to EU. Majority of my viewers are actually Americans,
Oh.
so they will always watch.
it's probably
I
because you're
believe
still
they would-
awake at these times, dude.
No, but like even at my normal stream hours, I would still have 25% at least is Americans, and that means that the Americans are the main population that watches Twitch and Rocket League. So they will always go to the Americans for content.
Oh,
in
that's
my
really
opinion.
interesting. Because when I
Um,
streamed, I would have mostly Europeans.
Yeah,
Probably because you're
but-
picking Pashy
was
for
pretty late enough to
MVP.
get
They're
your-
like, oh,
But you have your K-Dub who streams this in French.
Oh, that's
um,
true. Yeah.
welcome to Easy Street.
And then you have a Jesse. Like Jesse is just everything.
Mhm.
But like pro players, it's very difficult for us to start with YouTube,
you know what?
especially outside of
You know
North
what I want to
America.
see you guys do more is just put pressure on your organization to help you do content. Because obviously, Fruity, you don't have the toolkit yourself to make it happen. So you got to get some help. Send an email.
I mean,
Send an email
I
to
get
PSG.
a tweet when I go live.
Yeah, you get
We
a
have
tweet, but
in-
you need a manager that's going to hold you accountable and be like, "Hey, Fruity, you should stream right now." And then you're like, "You know what? I really
Isn't
should
that
stream."
what orgs are supposed to do?
Yes.
Honestly.
Yes. Because there's such a room for more squishies in the scene. Like Cronovi took a break and gave Squishy a huge window to come in and just
Yeah.
take the mantle of top Rocket League personality. And orgs want that out of their players. And honestly, I think they would put in a certain amount of effort to help these guys start building bigger brands because that makes their brand that much better as well.
Of course. Yeah.
So, like,
I mean,
think
it depends on the brand as well, or how big they are. Some brands they don't really care, from what I know, and others they're like, you do you, and
Yeah.
other players are just lazy, and it's very different.
I think it could just be like, especially if you're going to go to a new, like if you're in a contract negotiation period with a new team or even the same team, I think players are missing out a bunch by not saying, "Hey, I want you to help me consistently make content," because if you can have somebody helping you schedule content and figure out how to get on a good cadence and hold you accountable, you're going to make a lot more money, which is when you're a pro gamer, you need to it's just like in the NFL. You have a very short time period in which you're getting
just
the income
diversify.
from playing. You need to diversify and you need to maximize your gains during this period that you have in the limelight. So, and also it's a way of setting yourself up to transitioning out from purely pro play to where if you're making
Exactly.
content, then you can stay with the organization making content and also transition into like a person, like maybe a commentator role or analyst role or anything. And I think a lot of players are doing themselves a
Yeah,
disservice by not more actively pursuing that part of being a pro.
I don't really understand like the mentality that goes into like the relationship between the orgs and the players right now.
Fruity could answer
Considering-
these questions.
I think honestly it comes down to the players not realizing how blessed they are.
Yeah, because
Like they don't understand how lucky they are to be in that position they are right now. And that's like one of the things I did instantly was pick up streaming. Just do it
Yeah,
the
that's
entire
smart.
season of RLCS. I got partnership on my own. I had to do everything on my own because PSG wasn't a part of it.
Mhm.
But like putting in the hours, having something like maybe I'm in RLCS for a season, but I still have streaming on the side after that season.
I think a lot of
I
these
can't-
players
Yeah.
they don't realize that they have Rocket League right now, but they're not going to be pro players forever, and they're not even going to have
Exactly.
Rocket League
Yeah.
forever. Once that's all over, they just got themselves.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, look at Shroud. He's the perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Like he went Yeah. from a CS:GO pro to being one of the biggest streamers on Twitch.
Yeah, because he's just nuts, you know. But
Yeah.
we're not gonna
Yeah.
we're not gonna have the same opportunities as Rocket League players though, because it's like, okay, we're great at Rocket League. It's not like we can go pick up, some
Any-
kind of
any
other
other
Rocket
game.
League type game. There is
I
no
mean,
other
I've
Rocket
seen
League
some
type
good Rocket League players being good at Fortnite, for example. Let's take that.
Dapper.
game. Yeah, but the thing is about Shroud is he has FPS. An
Yeah,
FPS audience,
lockdown.
so it's like a
Right.
lot easier transition. If-
How often do you guys watch Double play?
I used to watch
I
Double
do.
play Fortnite.
I watch Double.
Yeah.
I don't
There you go.
really watch a lot of.
I don't because he
Fortnite.
plays Fortnite. Like I don't
I-
really.
I switched to Black
honestly
Ops
just
and,
don't like
and
watching
not that many
Fortnite.
people would leave. I mean, I don't get that much viewership anyways,
well,
but
they're not watching for the gameplay
but it's the
movie.
percentage that matters.
They're watching for the personality there.
Okay.
But I think that one, Fruity, you haven't been streaming, so you're slacking. And then two, there needs like you need I think pros need to just have a content schedule where they're putting up videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Even if it's low effort videos, the fact that you're a pro, people will watch that, and you will
Rizzo.
even if it's not going to you'll still get way more views than anyone else, and you have the chance of popping off. Like if you start making better content, and if you get your channel in a spot where it's getting a decent amount of viewership, you might be able then to bring on an editor where you can say, hey, listen, you edit better content. I'll record as much as you want, or at least I'll give you this amount of content to record. You make the best as content possible. You take 30% of what I make. Now he's incentivized to make amazing content, and your YouTube goes even crazier. And now, you're pulling in 10, 15K a month because you're making really good YouTube content, and you're setting yourself up for longevity in the future. I want to see more pros do this. They need to do this. They need to have a YouTube strategy. They need to have a Twitch strategy. Even like people say, I don't want to throw off my game. You can do it for an hour a day and be able to have a content strategy.
Covered that because I think a lot of pros overestimate how much time they have to put in. It's if you have a full-time gaming schedule, you don't really need to be practicing in matchmaking that whole time. You can allocate some of that to actually creating media or something like that, or content. I think that in the more mature esports, a lot of them aren't even practicing as much as you'd expect because they have to travel so much. And
but
do
even
media
traveling
stuff.
is an opportunity for content.
Yeah,
Just record some shit on your phone, man.
Instagram.
You could literally take 5 different occasions where you record 3 minutes of yourself talking to the camera with whoever you're around.
Yeah.
And Fruity, if you would have done that at ELEAGUE, boom, you have a behind-the-scenes piece of content that was super easy for
If
you.
you get someone to edit it.
I have stuff I recorded at Gold Rush too that I haven't put out.
I actually do
We
too.
had a photograph guy with us in Vegas who recorded absolutely everything.
You could put that on Instagram. I know a few pros have actually
Who gives
started
a
that.
I don't care about Instagram, okay?
Some
I
people,
don't
Because some
either, but
people like
really
Instagram.
care
A lot
about
of people
Instagram.
really
They
care.
do, but I think
More than Twitter,
the
sometimes.
foundation of a pro, like when you think about a professional player, you're gonna have income from your big slices of income are salary, prize pool, and then Twitch and YouTube, the content. The content piece could be that is the piece that I am shocked that more pros
It's
are
true,
not,
but I'm
because
just
that's
saying.
the content piece is the one that is going to persist through the ups and downs of your professional career.
Yeah.
It's what you should be building. You should be using your opportunity in the limelight to continue to build your content platform up, because that is what is going to be your retirement.
I'm just saying not to underestimate Instagram because it has a lot better.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, but I think if you become
monetization
successful
over-
on YouTube and Twitch, your Instagram will grow automatically. I don't think Instagram fame is going to translate into YouTube fame.
Okay,
I
I
wanna
agree with
focus
that.
on
Of
putting
course,
stuff on
of course.
Instagram.
I'm just saying it's another facet of income.
Yeah, but I can't believe we're out of time. We have 1 minute left for signing off.
Are you serious?
But we can stick
I mean, we
around
always
for
stick
longer.
around,
We can
so who
stick
cares?
around for longer.
Really?
Yeah, because Fruity doesn't
do?
have to go to sleep,
do?
right? You
It's
can
not like James has a job.
I'm up for another couple hours at
It's
least.
not like it's
Yeah.
finals week for me. It's definitely not.
But this was a good show. I think we need to start bringing people on regularly to join us for segments like
Yeah,
this.
Who knew it was so easy?
Yeah, I honestly don't know how it's working right now because it's a lot of moving pieces to be able to have all of us hear them and our audio going to them and things working out. So I'm quite shocked that it worked so easily. But Dapper's saying, when is Gold Rush 3? We have talks scheduled with Psionics. They wanted us to wait till after CRL, so we're going to try to talk to them as soon as possible. We have some ideas on when we want Gold Rush 3 to be and what we want it to be. So we'll just kind of wait and see. But, yeah. Anyway, for the podcast audience, maybe we'll cut it off here. Maybe we'll not. But if we do, thank you guys for listening this week. It was a blast. And Subin and Moopy, thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Corelli and Fruity, thank you guys for joining us.
Absolutely.
And if we end it,
Absolutely.
thank you, Fruity. Thank you, Corelli. And if we do end it here, thank you guys again for listening. We'll see you next week. Now we're going to keep going for the Twitch stream. I know you guys have been waiting so patiently to ask questions. Thank you guys so much for being so patient.
patiently.
Thank you so much. So
Yo, there's one guy, he just did it again, the Johnny Cross guy, talking about the Asian scene. But I really want to, I tweeted about the other day, dude, I'm so excited for when Sam is in RLCS and when the Asian scene takes off, when it really gets that Psionics 10-cent thing
when we're
going.
actually global, man.
Yeah,
they're-
I want a truly global world championship with Asia, with Sam, with North America, with Europe. I heard
CIS.
Africa even has a little
CIS
tiny
region.
scene brewing.
Middle
Australia, of course, OCE, my bad. All of it, all together would be crazy. I'm so excited for that.
I was gonna say I feel super bad for players that are in other regions that just don't have support because like they play the game at a high level.
Jodari.
I don't know how high, and especially seeing someone like Chiefs, like who knows what's
It's just
what
a
kind of
matter of
teams are out there,
time
you know?
before Chiefs just says, screw it. I'm going to try to get picked up on a European or North American team.
I don't see why they'd do that though.
Yeah, why?
They would
Because
never do that.
salaries.
No.
Nah, it would never work. It's
Are
too
you
risky.
kidding?
I don't see
That's such a
Fruity's
short term.
Fruity's saying no.
That's so short
what are you
term.
gonna say?
If you're in Australia though, it's like imagine you're a Drippe who's like the best player in his
Yes,
region,
and everybody loves
and
him.
he gets offered a spot to go play on NRG. Like he could go in and don't worry, it's just my house.
Oh, it's a garage. I'm an
Yeah, it's the
idiot.
garage.
Oh.
But you don't think that's a good idea
No,
for
it's
him?
awful.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't they just pick up another
If-
Justin or Chicago?
if anything-
they have in the rival series.
Yeah, if anything,
True.
you want to go from a higher tier region to a lower tier because it's going to be easier.
I don't see that logic. I think like
I could go into
for
OCE.
if you're in OCE, if OCE salaries are a fifth of what they are or what they could get from a North American team, even if it's like a FlyQuest or somebody, like if it's 5 times higher, then that means you go over and play one season in North America, you have made as much as you would make in 5 years.
All I'm saying.
In OCE, and if you also have that experience in North America, it would be very easy for you to go back and get on the best OCE team
In
again.
pretty
So
much
I think if
every-
they have an opportunity, they would in a heartbeat.
In every multinational esport I've ever seen, it's always been the people from the stronger region going down to the lower ones because all of the top spots are taken. So they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to be a big fish in this other region, and everybody's going to want me.
But do you think Rocket League is big enough for that yet?
No,
No.
I wouldn't say that either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Need to open the borders.
I want to see, like I said, the coffers open up. Like I want, we still. The thing that I want to see more from Psyonix too is like I know that it's easy for us as esports fanatics to forget the fact that a lot of people who play Rocket League don't give a flying shit about
Dutchman.
esports. Like they don't care about esports, and
Yeah.
Psyonix doesn't necessarily want to be overbearing about their esports and their games to their general audience. But to me, it's like as an esports fan, I want to see so much investment,
strange.
not only in marketing and advertisement and prize pool and stuff, but also in development resources. There's things that we could have to make the esports viewing experience better and esports ecosystem healthier, like all the org items and everything like that. That takes a lot of dev resources. I want to see more of that committed to where it's less, focusing on the next Rocket Pass or trying to make, more maps or whatever it may be. I know it's different teams at
Yeah.
Psyonix, and I don't know everything. I'm just saying I feel like I would love it for there to be like, 2019 is the year that Psyonix focuses on developing esports and esports in their game and putting other things on the back burner.
Well, part of
When
like developing.
Let Fruity
esports,
talk,
though-
Corelli. He's more important.
No, but like, quickly going back to like the 3-man to like, because the problem is with Rocket League, you only have 3 players on your team, right? In CS:GO, you have 5. In Overwatch, you have 6. That means you have more different players from different regions, and you have that market for it. While in Rocket League, you only have 3.
Yeah.
So the size of the team is one of the issues as well. You don't like have the 4th man in Rocket League. So like, that was just like the drip aid from Oceanic to NA.
Mhm.
Also, I think we need a roadmap for Rocket League esports.
Oh
Yes.
my god. I honestly would
Yeah,
be
no,
okay.
the roadmap, like those updates that they come out with are not roadmaps.
They're not.
They're
They
not
don't say
roadmaps.
anything.
Like if you want, I have tweeted about it before. Like if you want a roadmap, look at the Rust roadmap. Like go Google Rust roadmap and go look at that. Like
Well,
it is.
while you look that up, I was just gonna say that I wouldn't be as
And also, sorry,
annoyed.
Subin, I want to let Corelli.
God.
I'm sorry. Corelli was
Corelli
talking,
did
and I
try
was
saying
very
It's
rude.
fine.
I was
Gotcha.
very rude to Corelli. I love you, Corelli. I'm sorry.
Go
I
ahead,
didn't mean
Corelli.
it. So
Oh,
you had a point.
Sorry, you cut out. I didn't know what happened. The only thing I was just gonna say real quickly though, I think it's important as far as like you said, the development of the esport, especially like on a global scale. I tweeted out recently about I really wanted to see one of the top SAM teams at a tournament, and they expressed that they don't have the money or organizations to actually get to a DreamHack Dallas or get to any of these tournaments in North America, and it's really sad to hear that these teams who are going to be pushed to RLCS eventually, and obviously the Asian scene will eventually down the line come into RLCS, but they can't get to these things to have experience. Like Oceania only got experience because they got thrown into the RLCS, and it took them a few seasons to even get up to speed. And like, I don't want that to happen for these new regions when they come in. Like, I want Sam to have a few dream hacks, to have a few whatever, and they get to fly out and play in these big tournaments against top tier teams, so that when they get thrown into RLCS, they're automatically more competitive right off the bat.
We need a Rocket League power move. Like, we need a Rocket League power move, because I feel like Rocket League is positioned right now to where it can be the biggest game, esports game in the globe. Like, it has everything that it needs. It's everything is working for it. So something just needs to happen to open those floodgates to let Rocket League reach its maximum potential.
I don't know. I don't know if creating spots for other regions in RLCS would even create a scene there, as strange as that sounds, because there isn't already a lot of people like excited about like tournaments over there as other regions. So if there was to be a RLCS spot that opens up for those regions that don't really have a scene, it's literally going to be just the RLCS. I don't think more tournaments are going to sprout up there. So I think that like for Sam in RLCS, it's like, I think it's too early because there's not really a scene on its own.
Corelli, Fruity's talking to some. What are you saying in chat, Fruity?
No, it's just seeing what the chat would think about that. Like flying out Americans and Europeans to the Asian or South American scene and see how they compete in DreamHack down there, maybe. You know?
Yeah. It's also like it's not that simple too, because obviously like DreamHack is doing this because like DreamHack isn't going to do any charitable favors, right? Like DreamHack is going to want the best content possible, so they'll want the best teams possible. So I think any kind of match like what you're proposing would have to be one that's sponsored by Psyonix, or Psyonix partners with a regional content person like group over there. So maybe there is some kind, or they have a sales team where they go to like Samsung or somebody, and like they get Samsung to pay for the whole invitational event or something like that, which is totally possible.
Yeah.
Because Rocket League again is a game that advertisers can get behind without any worries of any sort of backlash. So it would be so much easier to sell Rocket League than any other game. So I think that's completely possible, and I would love to see that, Fruity. And it's still pretty hard to believe that Rocket League is not even 4 years old as an esport, and we're already here. So to think, like, I think, you know, is the more Sonic staffs up and the longer the game continues to retain its popularity, like we could get there one day where we're going to have these massive tournaments.
I'm excited for 2019, especially because Psyonix is hiring lots of people. Like Gilly just got on board. They just got Ian, a new, I think it was like community manager or whatever. That frees up a lot of space for the other guys who have been working on the esports team for a while, and they've been overwhelmed for, I don't know, since the esports started. Yeah. So it's really good that a lot more people who know what they've been doing or know what they're doing and have been doing it for a while have a lot more, I guess, free time to go out and make things even better, to raise the level up for everything. Because I think for a while the team was so small that they were just trying to stay afloat, and they had so many, like three people wearing so many different hats.
It's kind of like that. Like you imagine how many people it takes to run Major League Baseball or the NFL or you know any kind. It's you know, hundreds and hundreds of people.
They're doing a lot with a little.
And they don't even have 20 people. So like you have you I don't even think they have 10 esports people. So it's like we want the RLCS to be like the NFL or like Major League Baseball, but it's going to take a lot more time and investment to make that happen. And they're making those investments and getting really good people. Like I'm super excited about that Gilly hire. So I'm with Corelli. I think 2019, I have high hopes for it. I want to see more risks from Psyonix though. I want to see them to make more investments and like pouring a lot of money in, not just a safe amount of money in, but like a fat stack. Like,
I'm fine with them not taking huge risks, but it kind of goes back to the roadmap. Like I'm totally
Drip
fine
Bay's
with
in chat, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
I know, Drip Bay. OCE God.
I'm totally fine with them not rushing into things, just as long as they actually keep us informed. Because right now it just looks like nothing is happening from our end. So just
You think nothing is happening?
No, I don't think that, James. But I don't see it with my own two eyes. That's all I'm saying. If you can communicate to people, okay, like this is our step forward, and so.
But if you want them to take time out of their days to tell us what's going on,
You were
they'll have
talking
less.
about the roadmap.
I know. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying this is how
That's
I feel.
what a community manager.
But yeah, putting stuff out into the community also takes work. So the time that they spend working on that means less time they're working on
Whatever.
the things we want to see.
Make it happen. I want to know. I'd rather know what's coming than not know what's coming.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
I also
I think
think
everyone
investors
is with that one.
would rather know something
Yeah.
than nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I would definitely love to see a roadmap with the detail level of what we're seeing from Rust and Phase Punch, where they have every single feature they want to roll out, and they have what percent progress they're done with it, and when they estimate it will be in game, and when things are done, they check it off, and you can see the whole history of it. Rust has been doing such a good job of that. I love it. Everyone makes fun of me because of how much I love Rust. Speaking of
Well,
which,
I don't
Fruity,
think
if
companies like setting deadlines for themselves when they have stuff done, which
I
is
think
the
that's
issue.
the biggest
for
reason.
Yeah, setting deadlines is something that they never
you
like.
set yourself up for criticism, like what they did with
Yeah.
Rocket ID.
I think they have to find a balance then.
No one talks about Rocket ID anymore. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't even need like a date of when this is gonna happen. I just need like this is what we're working on. Like just give me that
Yeah,
and I'll be
exactly.
happy.
Look,
I don't
nobody-
want anything to be rushed.
nobody-
I want them to take their time and make it right because
I just want them to be like, we estimate this could happen in Q4 of 2018,
notice
but
about-
it's not guaranteed.
Notice about Rocket ID. Nobody's actually angry at it. We know they're working on it. Yeah, they
and I feel
keep-
and I feel
they
good they're
keep-
working
about
on
it.
it.
Yeah, we're happy.
we're not, but
I mean,
We're
it's
PC
not
players.
it's not as bad knowing that they're working on it, but it's just taking longer than they anticipate. I would rather that than just nothing at all.
I think something Rocket League could do that would like wow everyone, like James was saying, like they need like a big move, is just like listening to the esports scene for once because
That's insane.
no, think of a single game that has done that. You can't. Like even Epic Games, all the pros complain about them not listening to like what they want, and most of them want the same thing, and it's like
To complain is human
To not even
nature.
acknowledge it is like, it's not that it's disrespectful. It's their game, but I feel like acknowledging it would make me feel a lot better.
Yeah, and I think that because I know the people, I mean, like I'm close to the esports guys, they are always aware. Like they're looking on Reddit, they see everything, right? It's just
yeah.
that all the information is one way, so it seems like they don't listen because we're not as aware of what's going on. Like they might have
but-
taken everything we said into account and planned out how to fix everything, but if they don't ever communicate that they're
Yeah.
planning on fixing it, then it will seem like they're not
See,
listening.
but then there's things
Can
like
I ask?
Yeah, what's up,
Yeah,
Corelli?
yeah.
I want to ask the floor here. What is it then that you want to hear about?
servers.
Did you see my post about
Servers?
the maps?
Dapper
No, just-
literally earlier in the
what-
someone told me they wanted me to talk about servers on Gold Rush because they're just awful.
Oh yeah.
Dapper earlier was saying that he's gonna make a West Coast montage, and I thought it was actually just gonna be like West players. He meant that he's gonna make a montage showing West players getting destroyed by servers and like.
Yeah,
ghost hits
that
and
that
all
is
that'd be
true. But like for me, like to answer your question, Corelli, like what I think is needed is just that confirmation that hey, yeah, we're listening, and hey, yeah, this is all the things here's all the suggestions we've received. Because then you see the suggestion listed there, and it's like, oh, they actually
did
did
hear
hear
us.
it.
Yeah.
And I think that they do listen, and
I want to know they're having conversations that we're having.
yeah, and then like the next level beyond that would be here's everything that we've heard about, and here's what we're addressing and when.
But I mean,
that would
I
be
mean, just to play devil's advocate here, I mean, that's their job, right? Like, I mean, if something's really that bad, like, wouldn't the esports team kind of be talking about it?
say that
They
again.
should be. They
Well, I
definitely
mean,
We don't know.
again,
I mean,
it's
are we-
like
but we don't know.
it's like
I mean,
we
but
aren't
seriously,
really
like,
entitled.
though? I mean, are
we
we
are-
really thinking that they're not if something's really that bad?
They haven't made any significant changes ever since Twitch stepped out of RLCS, so we don't really have anything to work off of to see that they are.
like what I
we
was
know
saying-
they're
what I was
changing because of South America is coming in, right?
Yeah, they
That's
did
true.
announce that. One of the things that I wish that would happen is that monthly Psionics post where every month or maybe even once a quarter where Psionics will make a thread on Reddit where you can ask them directly questions and have the most upvoted questions go up to the top
Yeah.
and they'll respond to questions. I think even just doing that would be a huge step forward in the feeling like there's more transparency and feeling like the esports and voice is heard, because like I said, I know like Esports Corey is watching in chat. Like they are aware of everything that is going on and things that are being said. It's more of the feeling as a community member, feeling acknowledged and feeling heard.
Sure.
And I think we need a process for that. And I think the process could be something as simple as a monthly Reddit post.
I really like the question though, Corelli, because I mean, it's obviously they're talking about it. But when we see they're adding another region rather than fixing all of the problems in the ones they've already got, that shows us, did they not hear all the things that we had to suggest about fixing what they already have? Like, they're already spreading, going wide rather than, fixing the problems.
But I think that's what they're trying to do now and get that done and then move on to focus on different stuff. Because, China or Asia is a big market
that's
they want to get into.
Exactly. Like, honestly, because...
And then they start doing all the other stuff we're always talking about. It takes time to get
China
everything
banned
settled
violent
in.
games.
If this game is big in China, I've said it before, I'll say it again.
It's going to happen.
We'll be living in golden mansions, driving Teslas that fit in larger Teslas, so that we can So I'm fine with Psyonix focusing on China, because if China, if it's big in China, then Rocket League is set for the rest of eternity. We'll have.
I don't think people realize
video
how
games.
important China is.
Yeah, China's huge.
So
they're just going to play Rocket League.
Such an important market for anyone, not even esports, just anything in general. Like, China's market is way bigger.
Massive. Like,
than
even
the
if
market that we're in right
it's
now.
just a drop, if Rocket League is just a drop in the bucket in China, it still could make as much money as Rocket League has ever made. Right? There's a lot of people over there, and it's going to go free to play, because that's just the way it works in China. Is it goes free to play, but all the cosmetics are priced, and I think Rocket League could be huge. And that has been Psyonix's MO for the longest time. Was they released on PlayStation, they released on PC, and then they developed it on Xbox, released it, developed it on Switch, released it. Now China is the last big push before I think they'll stop focusing on developing for more platforms, and they'll start focusing on developing features in the game versus expanding where the game is available. So we're on the horizon of massive change. It's blowing my mind right now.
I just want to point out real quick.
What's up?
9 of the 10 most watched esports are free to play. The one that isn't, Rocket League.
And Counter-Strike.
Damn.
Counter-Strike just
Oh
went
yeah,
free to play.
Counter-Strike
isn't that
just went free
crazy?
to play.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Wait,
We're
Rocket
about to-
League is one of them?
We're gonna
Rocket League is top 10.
No.
Yes.
Really?
I think it's 10th, but top 10. Who cares?
Top 10,
Dude,
baby.
we just
Wow.
need to have
Maybe
We just
I
need to
don't-
have
I don't know if
China
it's this
get
year,
done, man.
but
Just
still.
finish China, release in China, make infinite money, and come back, invest infinite
are
money
just
into
a
esports.
visionary, James.
I'm just waiting for this
I
to
love
happen,
it.
man. As soon as China is the key. It's the key.
It is. China is the key to the
China's the
world.
key.
We have a lock, and it's China-shaped.
it's a big ass lock.
China shape.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. We'll say goodbye to the stream right now. I'm going to turn on some music as we say goodbye. And Corelli and Fruity, is there anything that you guys want to say to the stream as we close it out?
You go ahead.
I just want to say thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Spontaneous entrance, so
It's fun.
but thank you guys. Definitely fun.
Yeah, it was awesome
Always
having you, Fruity.
talking about Rocket League.
If you want to come on next week, we won't complain.
We
like,
have a
honestly, we
seat
could
for
make this
you.
a recurring thing if you want.
Yeah,
See if I still have the schedule.
I'll just start bugging people on Steam. I'll be
Yeah.
like, hey, come and join us.
Yeah.
Bring people on. I like it.
Corelli,
I mean,
is there anything you want to say?
Whoever's in Twitch chat, just how we got Fruity.
No, thanks for having me. I love CRL. And thanks for watching. And yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you, Moopy. Thank you, Subin. You guys have anything you want to say before we close out?
I wish we didn't have to stop.
Yeah, I don't either. I wish we didn't either, but
China banned
It's okay.
violent video
There's
games,
another
you
week
guys.
for a reason.
yeah, we will have another show next week, Tuesday. I will have fiber internet. So you think this stream is crisp? You think this 1080p 60 is good? Wait until next week, where we'll have mega 1080p 60, 1 gig up, 1 gig down. The most clear stream with no drop packets that you've ever witnessed in your damn life.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. And I'll be able to upload and download things all the time. I could upload a whole movie if I wanted to during the show. I could upload multiple movies. But that is besides the point. That's going to be it for the stream. Guys, if you like this, tune in next week, 7:30 Pacific time. We'll try to boot up the stream a little earlier than that and keep talking, eating pizza. So, guys, in chat, thank you so much for coming out, supporting the show. We hope you all had a great time.
Is there really going to be?
We will see you later.
Is there really going to be that much cut off for the SoundCloud people?
I don't know.
That's a lot of content.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know about cutting.
I
that
feel like
off.
we should keep that last
That
one.
should definitely all be kept.
Are we offline?
We are not offline,
Oh.
but I say goodbye, so I'm
mean,
just
that's
kind of.
okay.
I have, I feel like you can't
just
just
love
cut
being
it
here.
like that. We'll just cut it when it feels
Oh,
good.
yeah, we usually do this anyways. We
put
put
up-
up, we
I
take out
put
the
up-
cameras and then we just.
Yeah, I'm taking the camera
Wait,
off.
we didn't do questions.
We didn't.
Duh.
We had Fruity here. I'm actually going to go to the black screen.
Oh, that's touchscreen.
It is a touch screen.
I didn't know that.
There's buttons here. There's buttons. Oh my
The
god.
stream is going to be so excited for next week. Like, I feel like. Anyway.
All right, I'm out, boys.
All right, see you, Corelli.
See you later.
All right, bye,
See ya.
stream. Bye, stream. I'm going to end it. I'm ending it.
All right, bye, guys.
Just
I
end
love
it.
you. I'm
I'm
streaming
ending it.
tonight at New PRL.